Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Shop Geek. Today, we're gonna weld, sandblast, and solder a piece of pipe, okay? So first off, we're gonna need welding gloves, which are made of leather and protect your fingers from sparks and heat. We're also gonna need pieces to weld, an auto-darkening welding mask, and an anti-flammable welding jacket. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so before welding, first, we have to prep the metal and get rid of all this rust and dark spots on it. And for that, we're gonna use a sandblaster. What a sandblaster does is it sprays a lot of sand and glass particles on metal to clean it and get rid of dust and contaminants. So that's what we're gonna do to make welding easier, okay? We're gonna close it. Turn the sandblaster on, you have to flip the switch and push this pedal over here. So I'm gonna put my hands in the glove. Look in the window, this window. Hold my piece of steel. Hold the nozzle. And blast away the steel. This is actually cleaning the steel and getting all the rust off. So to show you guys, I'm gonna take a piece of steel out. And as you can see, I've cleaned some of it. So some of it is lighter and some of it is darker. If you can see that, darker and lighter. And that's essentially what sandblasting does. And this lighter material is going to be easier to weld. And this
3 hours later.
So now we're done with the sandblasting. As you can see, both pieces are fully clean. They're both fully white, and there's no like blemishes or like darker markings on it. So no rust, essentially. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna weld these two pieces together in the welding room. So let's go and do that. Okay, now that I have all my welding safety gear on, like my helmet, my jacket, and my gloves, I can start welding. So first off, you're gonna want to turn the welding machine on. It's booting up, it's starting up, and those settings look good. So next, what I'm going to want to do is turn the gas up. I have a good amount of gas on, and this specific kind of welder, it's called a MIG welder. What it does is it shoots out a little piece of metal that has electricity running through it, and when it's in contact with other pieces of metal and the ground, that's this metal platform, its electricity shoots through it and it welds stuff together. And I'm going to start welding. So I have this tool to break off any pieces. I have these pliers to cut the tip if it gets too long, and to mold my finished item. I also have this wire brush for cleaning. Okay? So let's get started. You're gonna want to put your safety helmet on so you don't go blind while welding. thick weld. nice and cool now. See all that steam coming up? That was all the heat. So guys, now we're gonna solder. Soldering is used in the real world in plumbing, where you want to attach two pieces of pipe together. For soldering, we're gonna need channel locks, a striker, soldering material, two pieces of pipe. This is an elbow pipe and this is a short piece of copper pipe. Sandpaper, a propane tank with like a add-on, and flux. This material basically is wrapped around the pipe and creates a seal. So now, first off, we're going to sand this piece of pipe down with sandpaper. So we're going to sand it down nice and smooth so it solders really well. That's pretty well sanded. Next, we're going to apply flux inside the elbow and outside around the sanded area of the pipe we just sanded. So let's do that. Now we have a nice thick paste of flux all around that. Now we put it in this vise so it stays stable and it doesn't move while I attach it. I push this in. Okay, so now I attach the elbow and the pipe together and I put it in this thing called a vise. I'll keep it stable. So first up, we want to heat the part where the two pipes meet, which I'm going to do with the propane tank and the striker. We're going to turn that on, strike it. You smell propane in the air? That means it's working. Okay, strike it. Now we want to hold this flame really close, near where both the pipes meet. And keep it nice and steady, move it up and down, and hold it there so it heats up. It'll heat up the flux and the pipe, which is what we want. Now that it's nice and warm, I'm going to put some of this soldering material. And that basically ensures that it's nice and sealed. I'm just gonna grab some more soldering material. I'm gonna keep going. You gotta heat up the circle. And that's nice and done. Okay. You can turn this off to be safe. Safety is important. And now, I'm going to grab this with my channel locks, okay? Be nice and gentle. Pick this up and take it over to the sink so we can cool it down. It's really hot now. Extremely hot. And I'm going to cool it nice and slow. And that's how you solder two pieces of pipe together. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it up and take it off to show you that beautiful tin solder material under it. Okay? So I'm going to get it nice and warm. You really have to wrestle with it because this job was well done. I'm going to heat it up a lot more. I might have done it a bit too well. I'm shaking it, it's coming up. I'm almost there.
tighten up the rubber at the top.
It's almost off.
There.
There. Now I'm gonna cool this. And I'm gonna turn the flame off. I'm gonna make sure that flame is off for safety reasons. I'm gonna cool it nice and well. And I'm gonna cool the other piece really quickly to show you. Okay, let's cool this. Let's cool this bad boy. Now that it's nice and cool, I can show you the beautiful tinning under that pipe. See all that silver? That's all the solder material and the flux, that thick paste that I rubbed over it. And it bonded together to create this beautiful, shiny, protective, waterproof layer. That, my friends, is how you solder. Shop geek out. Now we've successfully completed soldering, welding, and sandblasting. If you don't know how to fix cars, hit that like button. Let's go!